What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol RIVN for Rivian Auto. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, this, of course, is the new IPO. We have our three important levels mapped out: high, open, and low. And what you'll notice is that into the end of the week, we actually trended higher and have closed outside of that upper range from the opening session on Wednesday. So up above 119 here. Let's start by giving ourselves some more important levels to pay attention to from the 30-minute perspective. Note that we technically opened on a gap up for Friday. We filled a majority of that gap. There might be a couple of pennies left over in here, but for the sake of, understanding gaps, gap fills, we would call this gap closed, okay? So 125 is your new line in the sand. You can see it was a prior breakout point from Thursday, obviously held as support into Friday, and I think the directional move here in Rivian is going to be produced either up and over this set of highs here at 130.52, so doing a breakout like this to get us back into 135.20, the all-time high here. After that, blue sky levels, whole and half dollars, intraday levels that do form, or the downside case is produced if we fail to hold that gap fill area at 125.17, which we just mentioned. Sure, there's an intermediate support in here. Let's just throw that on so we're aware. So 126.64, if that starts to go, again, watch out for the downside. That would be like your warning level. Then a firmer breakdown does happen under that 125.17 as discussed. And instead of watching out for this, prior high from in here, it's probably about the lows from the pullback, okay? Just noting that we're going to opt for structure here and not so much just blindly follow the IPO opening euphoric high. So again, breakdown here likely takes us into about 115. Yeah, so about a $10 move, not two, $10 move to the downside available here in Rivian. If that does break down, are the options available on this one yet? Not really, or just quite simply no. It's also not something you can short, right? It's too new of an IPO to technically be shortable. You usually need to wait 30 days. So you're not going to take advantage of this downside move. You're just going to sit on the sidelines and wait to see what the reaction is at 115 if that's where we pull back into. Obviously, after that, the all eyes on level is 106. Remember that the opening print is always the most important in the few, couple of days after an IPO. Basically, anyone who dumped in a huge position, market order in on the open of the IPO, again, you can see that a lot of that happened. Big volume on that first 30-minute bar, right? So if we're above, everyone who did that is essentially happy. If we are below, then everyone who did that starts to become sad, right? So that's why this is such an important level at 106.76, but that's quite a ways underneath us as of right now, and we are building and establishing value higher. So again, partial to the upside here inside of Rivian, looking for, again, the breakout up and over 130.52 to take us to the 135.20 and blue sky levels as discussed after that. So that's going to wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it or learned anything new today, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.